morning, Skip Back. Good morning. No, this isn't a walker. This is a little step stand. But I am here in Florida, and as you can see, it's hot down here. But I know that it's also been hot weather, and so, as well as some really heavy thunderstorms and storms you've had. And I hope that all gets better for you. I understand the last few days have been pretty decent. But I'm glad that we're here in Florida. And they say that the weather here is going to change as well. But again, that's probably not until November. So we'll see how that goes. You know, I was watching Good Day Philadelphia on Fox 29 like I watch every morning. And yeah, even down here, I live stream it as well. And I watch it. And sadly, you know, the news that I see doesn't change as fast sometimes as the weather. There still seems to be a lot of violence, especially in Philadelphia. And there's bigotry and there's prejudices. I found out that it was like that in Florida. And probably still is, but even more so, you know, back about 100 years ago. Back in the winter of 1925, not 21, but 25, there was a woman from Chicago named Thelma Goldstein, and she decided to come down here to Florida for her first real vacation. She was not familiar with the area, and she unknowingly drove to a restricted hotel north of Miami. And she walked in and she said, "Excuse me, but my name is Mrs. Goldstein and I'd like to have a room for 2 weeks." "I'm awfully sorry," he replied, "but all our rooms are occupied." Just then she noticed a man checking out at the counter below her. And she said, "Wow, what luck. Now there's a room." "Not so fast, madam. I'm sorry, but this is a restricted hotel and no Jews are allowed." "Jewish?" she said. "Who's Jewish? I'm Catholic." The man at the desk said, "Well, you know, ma'am, I find that hard to believe. But let me ask you this. Who was the Son of God?" And she quickly responded, "Jesus, the son of Mary." "Okay. Where was he born?" And she responded again, "In a stable." But the man pressed on and he said, "Why was he born in a stable?" And now her patience was wearing thin. Her eyes were flashing, and she said, "Because a schmuck like you wouldn't rent a Jew a room in his hotel." You know, in this world at the present time, there are those who do not recognize us as Christians for who we are, for what we are, and nor do they respect us. Nevertheless, sisters and brothers, we are children of the King. We are children of the King. And the scripture says, listen to this, coming from Romans, "Now if we are children, then we are heirs, heirs of God and co-heirs with Christ. If indeed we share in his sufferings, in order that we might also share in his glory." You see, we have a royal future ahead of us, a royal future. So we tolerate any rejection that we experience as Christians in this world, knowing that the King himself was rejected. We tolerate it easily enough, for the Bible tells us in 2 Timothy, "Here is a trustworthy saying, if we died with him, we also will live with him. If we endure, we also will reign with him." If we endure. You know, I pray I do. I pray that intolerance and bigotry and prejudices change, and change quickly, as they have it over these so many 100 years. And I pray they change faster than the weather, even if it's before November, like we'll be here. But then we carry on. We carry on as children of the King. And when prejudices and bigotries come against us, as Christians, we have the sole promise of the King, and we have peace. And now Scott, I hope he's on that side, and now Scott will lead us in our prayer and our special music for the day. God bless, and I'll see you soon.